ridiculous. Call for a personal foul.
That was absolutely ridiculous.
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man. Beantown.
What's up, Boston Bruins? Boston Bruins!
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've never done a video like this. So if this is a very weird video to any of you guys, I apologize in advance, but I never really thought that I would be covering a topic like this. Whether it's good or bad, or we're at our highs or we're at our lows, we have to cover our Boston sports teams. We have to cover the athletes on our Boston sports teams. People have wanted me to make a video on this, so we're doing it in this video here. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Just Almeida here on YouTube and from Beantown Takes. And today we're reacting to Milan Lucic being arrested in an alleged domestic incident. Now, as you guys know, Lucic has been out recently because he was dealing with an ankle injury, but as he was recovering from that injury, apparently some drama went down with Lucic and his wife. This happened about a couple weeks ago. So apparently the Lucics were going out for a night out. Alcohol was involved in this situation, and when they got home from the apartment, Lucic couldn't find his phone. He thought that his wife was hiding it on him, or she took it from him, and he was demanding the phone back from her. She was saying over and over that she didn't have it, and she wasn't hiding it. His voice got louder and louder, and she tried to de-escalate herself from the situation by walking away. But as she was walking away, he grabbed on her hair, yanked her back, and pretty much put his hands around her neck, demanding for the phone when she clearly said that she didn't have the phone. Lucic was very intoxicated. She called the police. She told the police that night what happened. And when the police checked in on Lucic, he was intoxicated and he was arrested for domestic violence. Now, again, thoughts and the support goes out to Lucic's wife and his kids. Can't imagine what they're going through right now. And as for Lucic, it's very sad, man. That's all I have to really say. It's sad. I'm disappointed. A Bruins great will now be remembered for this. Not for what he's done for the city of Boston and what he did in 2011, being a main piece of that championship core. He will now be remembered for this. And he will have this burden against him for the rest of his life here in Boston. It's sad, man. I was very excited for seeing Lucic return this season. Got to see him on opening night. After losing Patrice Bergeron, I'm not going to lie, seeing Lucic back on this team did help me out a little bit because he brought back some childhood memories. And for Lucic, man, I hope he just gets some help. I hope he gets some help with his anger management, because clearly he has that. Because if you're that intoxicated where you can't even control your emotions, where you're getting angry and all that, it's just sad, man. It's sad. It's sad. I'm upset at Lucic. I'm disappointed in him. His NHL career is over. There's no doubt about that. He was going to be retiring as a Boston Bruin. You just knew it after he signed this year. You knew this was his last rodeo. This was going to be his last team. He wanted to end his career here. And this is it. Done early. Earlier than we all expected. It's just unfortunate. A fan favorite all around. A fan favorite. And now this happens. It's horrible. It's horrible news. I hate covering stories like this. You just feel for Lucic's family, man. You just feel for them. What happens next? Well, he'll be having his court dates. And what precautions he's going to face, because he absolutely deserves repercussions for the damages that he's done. Hopefully, his wife and his kids get some sort of therapy or whatever if they need it. Hopefully Lucic gets some help as well, because he can't continue this. put the hockey thing aside. As a human being, you can't be acting like this. There's no way around it. I think we can all agree that you can't be acting like this. So we're going to react to a couple of the local news channels putting out videos. This one will be the news where it was breaking at that time. And then the second video we will be watching will be him in court. Apparently he pleaded not guilty, so we'll be seeing that. Along with, hopefully, that video, the second video that we're going to watch, will give us some new information on the situation. Now, there's rumors saying that he didn't strangle her, but at the same time, he was putting his hands around her neck, whatever. Either way, it's not right. Whether he tried to strangle her or not, if he had his hands around her neck, regardless, it's not right. It's just as simple as that. So we're going to watch these two videos here. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. Links in the description down below. And without further ado, stop straight into this video.
Bruins winger Milan Lucic has been put on indefinite leave by the team tonight. I-team sources say the NHL veteran, who just returned to the Bruins this season, was arrested overnight as a result of a domestic incident. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ken McLeod. We're being told the player's wife called police accusing her husband of trying to choke her. WBZ's Christina Rex is live for us outside TD Garden tonight. Christina?
Yeah, Ken, and of course the Bruins had a home game at the Garden tonight. Coach just spoke a few minutes ago, but he kept it all business, all hockey, staying pretty private as new details about this alleged domestic incident emerge. As Bruins fans head into a Saturday night home game, number 17's recent arrest was top of mind.
As an organization, it's something we take extremely seriously.
Milan Lucic was arrested overnight Friday into Saturday. According to WBZ I-team sources, his wife called 911 and told police Lucic attacked her and choked her. When the police showed up, I-team sources say Lucic appeared drunk.
Biggest thing for us is we care a lot about their family.
Teammates carefully reacted to the news in the locker room.
It's tough to see, your teammates and your friends going through stuff like this and their families. So, yeah, definitely worried about the Brit and the kids and Luch himself.
Yeah, as you should be.
But they have all the support in the world. Anything they need, we're going to be here for them.
The Bruins say Lucic is taking an indefinite leave of absence from the team. He had just come back to the Bees in July, but hadn't played in weeks due to an injury. Advocates say this is a reminder domestic violence can exist anywhere.
It doesn't matter how much money you have, how popular you are.
What I'm going to say, too, is it's just a bad situation all around. For Lucic, for his wife, his kids, all of them are going through something. Yeah, Lucic is in the wrong for sure, but, again, they're all going through it. They're all going through this tough time right now. People just got to be there for them. How he improves later on down the road will not be by words, it will be by action. So we'll see what happens in the future with him and how he handles himself from this experience. It's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate.
Much notoriety you have where you live, that anybody can be a victim. And then I think it's also very telling that anybody can be an abuser.
Stephanie Brown runs the state's domestic violence hotline and says the Bruins have an opportunity here to show their support for this family and others.
I would love to see them do a public statement, that says we don't condone domestic violence. As a community, we shouldn't condone it. Here's what we're going to do to support survivors.
And you'll see here on your screen now there are resources available locally for anyone who thinks they or a loved one may be in an unsafe situation. The hotline to call SafeLink is at 1-877-785-2020. We also want to let you know we did reach out to Milan Lucic's agent and we did not hear back for any comment tonight. Live outside the Garden, Christina Rex, WBZ News.
All right, Christina, thanks.
It's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. That's all it is. It's a sad situation all around. You don't want to see it. You never want to see this anywhere. It happens for sure, but does it make it right? No. It doesn't. That was Milan Lucic. Definitely take out the alcohol in your life, man. Just take out the alcohol. If that was the lead factor into this that caused you to react this way, it's just got to go, man. It's just as simple as that. All right, let's watch the court video. All right, so this is Milan Lucic walking into court. This was the first hearing of the case. I don't know when the trial begins, but this was like the first steps towards the trial. This is him pleading guilty or not guilty, which we now know now. He pleaded not guilty. Hopefully they bring out some decent facts, some more facts into the story than they have already, so we can get a better idea of the whole entire situation, but see what they got for us.
Okay, thanks.
Your Honor, if I may, Milan Lucic before the court on docket number 3869 of the year 2023. Your Honor, this is a new arrest from Lucic.
Okay.
All right, sir, good morning. Counsel, your name? Good morning. And you're entering your appearance today on behalf of the defendant?
I actually entered last night.
All right.
Putting that into information.
All right. Did you already do your arraignment?
No, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. So before the court again on docket number 3869 of the year 2023, charged with assault and battery on a family or household member. This offense allegedly took place November 18th at 50 Battery Street, number 103.
All right, so sir, the court will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. We'll accept the appearance of Attorney Pelletier. Commonwealth, would you like to be heard?
Yes, Judge. Good morning, Your Honor. ADA Mark Tomei on behalf of the Commonwealth.
Morning.
Judge, the Commonwealth is just seeking personal recognizance. We're going to ask for a pretrial date. I've spoken to my brother about some dates that work for both parties. The Commonwealth has filed a motion, as well as completing a 276-56A form. At this time, Judge, the court wants to hear a recitation of the facts. I'm happy to provide it.
Why don't you give a brief recitation of the facts?
Sure, Judge. Judge, the facts in this case allege that approximately 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, November 18th of this year, officers did respond to a radio call for an assault and battery at 50 Battery Street here in Boston. Operations relayed to the responding officers that the reporting party, the victim in this case, had called and stated that the defendant attempted to choke her. It was also relayed that this victim left the apartment, was located by officers in the lobby of the building, while the defendant was located inside of the apartment itself. Upon arrival, officers met with the victim inside of the lobby. This victim did state her name. She further stated the defendant's name, and at that time she stated that during the evening, the defendant could not locate his cell phone after returning to the apartment from a night out. She further stated the defendant began yelling at her, demanding his phone back, and believing that she had hid the defendant's phone. The victim further stated she did not have his cell phone, did not know where it was located. And at that time, she stated that she attempted to walk away from the situation, and at which time she was grabbed by her hair and pulled backwards. Furthermore, this individual stated that during this process, the defendant stated to her that she was not going anywhere. At that time, officers did observe redness on the victim's chest area. They did ask her if the defendant attempted to strangle her during the incident. She responded in the negative, Judge, saying that he did not. She also declined to be seen by EMS. And at that time, she also stated the defendant was consuming alcohol during the evening. Officers notified their patrol supervisor. Response was initiated. Photographs were taken of the apparent injuries. At that time, she was also provided with a copy of her victim's rights under 209A. At that time, officers remained with the victim while additional officers went to speak
chest
with the
and all that.
defendant.
Not good, bro.
And prior to doing so, a check was done for any orders or warrants. There were none. Furthermore, officers proceeded to the apartment. They made contact with the defendant. He appeared intoxicated when he answered the door. He stated to officers that nothing had happened, and he did not attempt to provide any explanation at that time. He was informed of the allegations made against him, that he would be taken into custody. The defendant was cooperative, indicated that he understood, and at that time he was escorted upstairs to retrieve his belongings. While they were up in the apartment, they observed a broken lamp on one of the nightstands, what appeared to be a small amount of broken glass on the floor. Those are essentially the facts of the case, Your Honor. Based on the defendant's probation record, the facts of the case, as well as all their circumstances.
If I had to guess, probably got knocked over when he pulled it back. with her hair or whatever. That's my guess, though.
Are asking for personal recognizance. We're asking the court to consider bail conditions to be a no abuse order and for the defendant to refrain from consuming alcohol during the pendency of the case.
All right, thank you. Attorney Pelletier?
We're in agreement with the court's request for personal recognizance and the conditions of no abuse and refraining from alcohol.
All right, do you have a motion before the court?
So you know what that means, right? You know what that means? Let's back it up real quick.
We're in agreement with the court's request for personal recognizance and the conditions of no abuse and refraining from alcohol.
All right, do you have a...
No abuse and refraining from alcohol. That means can't have altercations with anybody. You can't put your hands on anybody. None of that. No alcohol, buddy. I think that's absolutely fair.
Motion before the court?
I do, Your Honor. I filed a motion for us to have an unredacted version of the police report. I believe there are some redactions in there.
All right, Commonwealth, any position on that?
No objection to that motion, Judge.
All right, I'm going to allow that motion. Commonwealth, you have a motion as well.
That's correct, Your Honor. I provided that motion to the court. It has to be heard at sidebar if the court wants an explanation on it, but I do believe we provide our reasoning on the face of the report, but I'm happy to speak at sidebar.
Well, why don't I do this? I'll allow the motion without prejudice. All right,
Thank you, Judge.
At this time. So it'll be a personal recognizance. Those conditions of release will be in effect during the pendency of the case. No abuse of the complaining witness, and the defendant is ordered to refrain from alcohol during the pendency of the case. Now, you set a date for pretrial, correct?
Correct, Judge.
All right. What date would you like, Attorney Pelletier?
Either January 19th or 26th, whatever works best.
All right. Why don't we go with... Why don't we go with the 19th, all right? January 19th for pretrial hearing.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
All right, thank you.
It's a long ways away, to be honest.
Exactly. Thanks.
Milan Lucic, docket number 3869 of the year 2023. The court has entered a plea of not guilty on your behalf. You'll be released on your personal cognizance to return back to court on January 19th. The matter will be called in court room 14 and marked for a pretrial hearing. As conditions of your release, you are to be rearrested during the pendency of this case, or you pick up any new offenses. Your bail could be revoked and you could be held for up to 90 days. You're also not to abuse the alleged victim, and you are to refrain from alcohol during the pendency of this case. Allegations of domestic abuse were filed and facts were found sufficient. The Commonwealth's motion to impound or redact confidential information has been allowed. The defendant's motion to release an unredacted police narrative has also been allowed.
Your Honor, will the court allow waiving Mr. Lucic's presence in the next court date?
Any position on that, Commonwealth?
No, Your Honor. It's a relatively short date. That's fine with the Commonwealth.
How about if he appears virtually via Zoom? All right?
Okay, that's fine.
We'll give him instructions about how to do that.
The docket reflect that you may appear via Zoom on January 19th. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
It's gonna be a while
Show your
till
daughter
we
how
hear
much
anything on this, because now they have to go over all the evidence, what happened, and now they got a trial, see if he's guilty or not guilty in the entire case. It's gonna be a long process. He ended his career with this entire incident. His career is over. It just is what it is. It's unfortunate. Bruins need to revoke his contract. He needs to focus on getting himself straight before playing any hockey. And the Bruins should be there for his wife and his kids. If they need anything, they should help them. No questions asked. Lucic needs some help as well. I don't know if he's got a drinking problem or whatever, but if he does, he needs to settle it. And then if he has anger issues, he definitely needs to see a counselor there as well. Thank you guys for watching this video. Leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed these videos. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check out our website. Links in the description down below. Sorry if this video was a little bit weird. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. Hopefully I don't do it anytime soon again. This video had to be done. See you guys in the next one. And it's been your boy Jesse. I'll see you guys tomorrow on a live stream because we'll be going live after the Celtics game. Later, guys.